Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Adrienne Ross Show, the basketball edition. Got to give another shout out to Anthony Pachetti. He sent me this news report that was put on YouTube 7 months ago, it says. This is when Caitlin Clark of the WNBA was still in college. I love this for more than one reason, and I'll get into a little bit of it after I let you take a look at some of that news report. Check this out.
Now at 5:30, there is a new all-time scoring leader in college hoops, and a woman now holds that title.
We're talking about Caitlin Clark as she's finishing her college career with a slew of records. CBS News Miami's Lauren Pastrana, our own point guard, is here now with how Clark is inspiring the next generation of players along the way.
I need a few more inches for sure, guys. All right, and a few more points as well. Get this, 3,685. That's how many points Caitlin Clark has scored in her college basketball career. A feat that's been recognized by NBA star LeBron James, sports brand Nike, and even President Joe Biden. But it's the young players of the future who are truly in awe.
For college basketball history.
Caitlin Clark now stands alone as the all-time scorer in NCAA Division I college basketball for men and women.
Clark.
The Iowa Hawkeyes guard netted 35 points Sunday. She began the game 18 points shy of the record set by Pete Maravich in 3 seasons at Louisiana State University in the late 60s. Clark, a 22-year-old senior, averages 32 points a game and makes long-range shots look easy.
Stay at the top. We're just going to go three.
Henry McNabb is the head girls basketball coach at Blanche Ely High School in Pompano Beach. He says Caitlin Clark is an inspiration to his players.
She's a phenomenal player. I don't think anybody on the earth right now, whether they like basketball or not, have not heard of Caitlin Clark. In the mold of Steph Curry, so as soon as she walks into the gym, she's in range.
I think she's a great role model to younger players. She's done a really great job setting an example.
Like Clark, Janessa Kelly also plays guard. She and her teammates believe Clark is changing the game.
It really speaks volumes about women's basketball. I feel like her setting that record really helped a lot of people view women's basketball a lot more and not really undermine us.
Her game is just amazing, especially right now at this point in women's basketball. She's one of the people that are being very recognized because of how she plays. Not like people would say a typical girl plays. And how deep she's shooting it, it's that's pro range, and she's shooting at a high clip, so she's playing very well.
Clark's college career is almost over. She has already declared for the 2024 WNBA draft on April 15th.
The fact that a woman owns that record kind of speaks in value. And like I said, I think people are starting to notice that the girls' basketball and women's basketball as a brand is really, really good basketball.
When asked at halftime,
First of all, this reminds me of some of what I heard about the WNBA after people came to watch the league for the first time ever because they found Caitlin Clark in college and they wanted to follow her to the WNBA. I've shared this many times on this channel. I heard people say that Caitlin Clark not only made them want to follow her, Caitlin Clark, and not only did she make them learn about the current players in the WNBA, but she has such an impact that when they would hear about her breaking a record, they wanted to learn about the people whose records she had broken. And so she was good for the league all around. This news report and the other one I showed the other day about the girls in Africa who were all geared out in Caitlin Clark, and they said watching her was like magic in their eyes. Well, when I'm looking at this, thanks to, again, Anthony for sending this to me, but as I have followed Caitlin Clark for some time now, I'm still finding out other things, other influences she's had on the continent of Africa, in a high school basketball team, as we saw there. I think that that's amazing. Her reach has been so far, has been so wide, and we're just learning about some stuff that went down months ago when she was still in college. But I also love this because you can tell this coach, he's so well spoken. you just get the impression from him that he's got them popping. He's got them. They've got their I's dotted, their T's crossed, and you can hear them speak, and you can tell that they not only appreciate the game and appreciate their coach and are products of, sure, great parenting, and also what I believe, just looking at that, I haven't seen them play, but just listening to them talk, they seem like they are products also of good coaching. They seem like young women who love the game, who are being coached well in the game, and who love to see the game played well. And so they appreciate Caitlin Clark's game. And I love it. I love the whole dynamic of these young women in South Florida, of them being taught to play the game properly, I can expect, and that they understand, they can articulate the aspects of the game. And that's what we want from young people from South Florida to Alabama to Tennessee to wherever it is, just to see good coaches with great relationships with their players, and players who just appreciate the game. What I do hope for these young women, remember this was 7 months ago, right? What I do hope for these young women is that they will always know that, you know what, you can appreciate the game, and you can appreciate any player in the game. You respect any person whose game is such that draws you in and makes you want to be better. I hope that we do not do something to these young women, which we're hearing out there and all the dialogue and all the conversations and things that I hear, that they have to like a certain person, or they can't like a certain person for some external reasons, which, you know, we all know what I'm talking about. We all know what that is. And I just hope that we continue to rear up young women and even young men who realize, you know what, you can appreciate greatness, and you don't have to be put in a box, and you don't have to be judged by whose game you enjoy and who you model your game after. That the sport of basketball teaches so many lessons across the board. And so to hear these young ladies and to see their coach and to know that they appreciate the game, apart from all the nonsense that even comes in the comments from some people, trolls, haters, whatever you want to call them, you know what? We're not going to rock with that. We're going to rock with the sport, and we're going to learn from the greatness of the game, whether it's Caitlin Clark, whether it's if they feel like they can get from Angel Reese, whether they feel like they can get something from Sabrina Ionescu, whether they feel like they can learn something by just observing great coaching. It's across the board. Let's just let the young people learn and appreciate the game. And so I really enjoyed this, and I wanted to share this with you again. Back when Caitlin was in college, the WNBA draft had not even happened yet, and now I get to see this video. And let's continue to teach the lessons, not just of the game, but the lessons about life that the game teaches as well. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please do so. God bless you abundantly. I'll catch you next time, God willing.